just want to check in with you guys and see how everybody's doing. It is officially the weekend. So Target made a post on Instagram, and Target said, let me sit for a minute. So Target made a post on Instagram about pre-orders for the BTS album that's coming out in March. So I went and I clicked on the link, and lo and behold, they have vinyl variants. Now, I decided to go with the member edition for the vinyl variants because there's a group edition and then there is a member edition. Now, the group edition was like about almost $60, and the member edition was $40. So I ended up getting my favorite member of BTS, which is Jungkook. It's a purple variant. I never thought in a million years we were going to get vinyl variants of BTS's albums. Because in the past, when BTS did albums, they were always on CDs. And we never really got vinyl variants. Until about 2 or 3 years ago, slowly but surely, they started issuing BTS's discography, some of it on vinyl, which is exciting. So this new one is called Arang. I'm probably not pronouncing the name right. Hey, AZ Mick. But yeah, I just pre-ordered off of Target because Target had the link on their page. There's other people that have it up for pre-order as well. But yeah, I'm really excited. I'm really excited for new music. It's been a minute. If there's like a vinyl variant for albums, it's great and dandy, but not all the time do I seek out a vinyl variant and buy the vinyl variant of an album. There are times when I just cannot justify buying a certain vinyl variant when the CD is way cheaper. But then again, as I said, if it's one of my favorite artists, I will spend the coins for them. But if it's an artist that I like, but not necessarily one of my favorites, I usually, if I see the CD for like a really cheap price, I'll pick up a CD, depending on the artist. So yeah, Target has all of the pre-orders for the album. They got CDs, which I will pick up a CD eventually, and they have all the vinyl variants, which is really cool. You know, I've been into collecting more of the K-pop stuff on vinyl, and it's really cool that we are now getting more K-pop on vinyl. I saw that they had Stray Kids' latest album on vinyl, a Target variant. P1 Harmony, I think. Is it P1 Harmony or is it? I'm thinking, what's the other group that has their stuff on vinyl? Is it P1 Harmony? Yeah, P1 Harmony. And then I saw that TXT has some. There's a lot. There's a lot. But I just wanted to see how you guys were doing. Yeah, it's just really exciting as a person who's been collecting K-pop since 2018. It's really exciting to see that now they're starting to realize, oh, we should put some of this stuff on vinyl as well. And that's pretty cool. Because vinyl is still my main thing that I collect. And to be really super honest with you, I wish that the past BTS albums were on vinyl. I wish they were. But, you know, I'm happy with the fact that finally they're slowly but surely starting to release their stuff on vinyl. Like we got Love Yourself. Love Yourself Her, I think, is on vinyl, which is awesome. I would love to see their even older stuff on vinyl. But you know, a girl will take what she can get. She'll take what she can get. So it's been weird weather here in Los Angeles. It's been hot. Today I decided to go and walk, get a little bit of air, some exercise. And I was like, man, it is really hot today. Because usually in Los Angeles, it's like about 70 to 60 degrees. But today it was like 80, close to 80. It was hot. It was muggy. But I was like, you know what? I'm already halfway there. Let's just go. And so I went. And I conquered it. Well, I got 19 of you here. Crazy. Crazy. But yeah, it's just weird weather in general in LA, to be really honest with you. And just in all of Southern California, it's weird weather. Because in other parts of the United States, they are dealing with really cold weather. And here, we are dealing with heat. Yeah, we're dealing with heat. And it's only January. And they say global warming isn't real. Oh, it definitely is. It definitely is. It's weird because we will deal with heat. And then we'll have rain. And then we'll have heat. Because it was raining in December, which we needed the rain. If you live in California, you know that the rain is a necessity. And we needed the rain. To be really honest with you, we needed the rain. So other than that, next week is my niece's birthday party. The girl tried to con me into getting her gifts opened up early, and I told her no. I said, you have to wait until the 24th to open your gifts. She's like, but I want to open my gifts now. And I told her, no, you can't open your gifts early. When that party happens, her brother's going to be, I think her brother's about 8 months now, Sebastian. So Sierra's going to be 3. Sebastian is about 8 or 7 months. He's going to be 1 year old in April. It's going to be a really like low-key kind of birthday party. It's just going to be at the park. Sierra's going to have a K-pop demon hunter birthday party. I've seen that movie twice. I actually enjoyed that movie. I actually did. Even though it was a kid's movie, I actually really enjoyed it. So yeah, that's happening next week. I'm trying to decide what I'm going to wear because I've got options of things that I could wear. I'm thinking of going with like a fandom dress for my niece's birthday party. I got Over the Garden Wall. If you've not seen Over the Garden Wall on Cartoon Network, please go see it. I got Coraline. I got a Coraline dress. So yeah, I got options. Oh, and the fox dress. So I got options. I'm going for fandom, or I was thinking woodland creatures. I don't know. I wanted to wear something colorful. That was my idea, to wear something colorful. As you guys know, I love color. I don't like to wear, drabby black clothing. I like color. I love prints. So yeah, we're definitely going to wear something with color. Although I also like brown too. Because surprisingly, brown looks good on me. Even though it is a darker color, I surprisingly enjoy brown as well. Yeah. But other than that, I still need to get a frame for that amoeba poster that I bought. I bought an amoeba poster. It's the 35th anniversary poster. It is designed by Key Arns. I got it off of a guy from eBay who surprisingly had the poster. And I paid about $33 for the poster. And I still have not framed the poster yet. and I do need to frame it. I think it's like 11 by 17. I go to Michael's and I get the frame and then be done with it because I've already framed my Tame Impala poster. I found the perfect size frame for that poster, but I still need to get a frame for the Amoeba poster. I wish Amoeba would make more posters just for their store in general, because that'd be really cool to have some like more limited edition Amoeba posters. I have not been to Amoeba in 3 years. And we even have a local record store in my area that I haven't been to in a while, too. Maybe one day I will go and visit my local record store. Maybe I'll do a live stream at my local record store. I haven't even done a live stream at a record store in ages. Like, I did one in Amoeba about 3 years ago, and they flagged my video for copyright content, and they told me you could still post a video, but you won't be able to monetize because of copyright content, which is fine because I don't monetize my channel. I'm not out here trying to make money off of my channel. My content is very basic, and the fact that I almost have 1,500 of you subscribe to this channel is crazy. It is super crazy. Also, I think I pointed this out the other day about the Harry Styles album. Today I went onto the website because I was like, let's see if they still have some of the variants on the website in stock, and they sold out. They sold out of all of the color variants. That's fine. That's totally fine by me because I will pick up the Target variant, which is blue. And I probably also will pick up a standard black pressing of the album as well. If I don't get a color variant of an album, I'm not too shaken up by it, to be really honest with you. I will go for a standard black pressing. I'm not one of those people that always needs to have a color variant of an album. Like, I'm fine with standard black pressings, to be really honest with you. A lot of the stuff I have in my collection is standard black pressings. But there are times when I see a color variant and I buy it, and then I get it and I open up the record and I see it does not really match the picture. I've had that happen when I bought some color variants and it doesn't really match it. But if now on the top of my brain, or I'm thinking, what is like the coolest variants that I have in my actual record collection of almost close to 600 and something records. I haven't counted recently. The Phantom Planet Guess one comes to mind. It is this like orange split, kind of white, not black and clear splatter. That one's really cool. That's from Enjoy the Ride Records, because I've been meaning to get that album for a while, and they did so many pressings of that album. I wish I would have gotten the orange pressing of that album, because I feel like the orange pressing just fits the album so well. But I saw a post one day, I think it was from Matt. Was it from Matt of Too Many Records? I don't know where the heck I found out about the record, but I ended up getting the record. I have it in my collection. It's one of my favorite Phantom Planet albums. Love that album from top to bottom. One time, Phantom Planet had did a live stream on TikTok. I joined their stream, and we were just bantering back and forth, and they played Anthem, because I suggested they play Anthem, because I love the heck out of that song. And so they played it, and then the next thing you know, I'm checking my TikTok, right? And it says, Phantom Planet has followed you. So me and Phantom Planet are friends on Instagram, which is not Instagram, TikTok, which is wild. Because I saw them twice in concert. I saw them, I think it was twice, or was it once? All I remember is I saw them in the early 2000s when Jason Schwartzman was very much still a part of the band, and he was the drummer for Phantom Planet. It was very short-lived, his drumming career with Phantom Planet. It was very, very, very short-lived. You know, Jason Schwartzman went on to do a bunch of fantastic movies. So Jason Schwartzman's career is not hurting. And also he has this project that he does called Coconut Records, which is really cool as well. But Phantom Planet is still going. I think Sam Fairhar is still in there. Darren Robinson, Alex Greenwald. There was a guy named Jacques Bratbar. He was in that band for a brief period of time. But Phantom Planet is still going strong. I think they're releasing a new album. I have not kept up with them in a hot minute, but I like the Guess album. I like that other song that he did. I think it's called like Big Brat. I want to say it's Big Brat. I like that song as well. I just feel like California is it's just so early 2000s. And it's so representative of our little state, California. I say little state, but our state is big. But yeah, I kind of went on a tangent about Phantom Planet, but what other pressings do I like? The all-time low, Nothing is Personal pressing that I got from High Times. I think that is Hard Times. That pressing is really, really cool. It is a splatter pressing. I would say the majority of the pressings that I do like are the splatter ones. And that one's really nice. The splatter pressing of Target for Harry Styles' Fine Line. It is this beautiful like gray, black, white pressing. I like that as well. The pressings that they did for May's Everglow album and May's Beautiful Destination. They're an emo band. And the pressings that Spartan Record did, fabulous. Fantastic. I love May. I've been a fan of May since the early 2000s. Saw them once. Hey there. Saw them once in concert. It was fun. It was fun. Wait, did I see them once? No, I take that back. I saw them twice in concert. I'm like forgetting how many times I've seen an artist. I have a shirt from May that I still wear to this day. I bought it back in 2005. The signatures unfortunately have faded away because, I wore the shirt a lot. It's my like sleepwear shirt. And it's also my shirt I wear out and about. If you watch some of my streams, I have worn that shirt in the past on streams. But yeah, it's good. It's good when bands that you've loved for so long, have stood the test of time, and they are still doing music to this day. Now, I have not seen May in God. How many years has it been? I've not seen May in over 20 years in concert. But I feel like I should go and put on the Everglow and listen to it again because I really do enjoy that album a lot. I really do. But every once in a while, May will do a repressing of that album, and it always sells out pretty much. But hi. Welcome to my stream. We're just here talking. Let me actually get some background. I'm rocking this Rolling Stone that I got from Ross. I found quite a bit of Rolling Stone shirts at Ross in the past. I have this one. I think I have another one. And I have one from Walmart. I said hi. Did you not see me say hi? Okay. You don't have to keep spamming hi. I see your hi. Hi. Got anything else to say besides hi? Because I see it. So, can you believe how fast January has gone by? It's already the 16th. Crazy, right? Yeah, the 16th. It's going by so fast, to be really honest with you. So, the Munchie Meal. The Munchie Meal from Jack in the Box came out with the little giblet. I went to get one of those giblet keychains, and I ended up with the purple one. Purple's my favorite color. Hey, Hoops Groove. So yeah, I got the purple keychain on my Bagoo bag. Yeah. I wanted to get one. Because I wanted to have some sort of keychain. Hey, Rudy. Some sort of keychain thing on my bag. And it's so cute. It's small. It's so cute. The lady said that the first week they had run out of them. And then they brought them back. Yeah, imagine that. Because I was going to originally put my Labubu on the bag, but then my Labubu is big. And it just doesn't, feel right on my bag. I do want to get more charms put on my bag, but I don't want to, overdo it. I don't want my bag to have, a billion charms on there. My birthday was on the 11th. Well, happy birthday. Happy birthday. Capricorn, I assume. You're a Capricorn. Happy birthday to you. Hey, Hoobs Groove. How you doing, Hoobs? Nice to see you guys all in here in my chat. I still need to pre-order Bruno Mars's new album, The New Romantics. He had announced the pre-order. He announced a pre-order I think, was it the beginning of January? And it's just a standard black pressing. It's nothing special. It just comes in this really nice slip cover. So yeah, I'm going to pre-order that eventually. I like that Bruno Mars is finally coming out with new music because it's been 10 years since 24 karat magic. It's been 20. Well, I say 20. It's been 10 years, yeah. That album was released in 2016. So people were wondering if Bruno Mars was going to do some new music. I mean, within that time, he did do Silk Sonic, which I really thoroughly enjoy Silk Sonic. I hope that Silk Sonic does a new album, but this Bruno Mars album sounds like something Silk Sonic would do. Well, the first song sounds like something Silk Sonic would do. I haven't heard the whole album because it's not out yet, but he's already released the first song and it's fantastic. I like it. Bruno Mars has not really made a bad album, to be really honest with you. He has not really made a bad album. Bruno Mars has pretty much been on point with all of his albums. I'm trying to think if he's made a bad album. No. Hi, Rachel. Hi. I see your comments, guys. I see your comments. Thank you for joining. I mean, the cover is basic. The cover is basic for Bruno Mars' new album. It's just his face looking kind of photocopy. But then again, the album cover for 24 Karat Magic was nothing special either. And then the cover for, what is it? For his other albums were nothing special either. So, yeah. Yes, I remember you from the last one. Welcome back. Welcome back. I just thought I'd go live today. It is 7:40 PS standard timing. It's 7:40 here. And it's probably, I don't know what time it is where you are. Are you in the United States or are you in another country? Because I know I have some people that watch me from Australia. William, Zev from Norway. We have Ollie from the UK who watches me. Paul from the UK. So yeah, we got people from different countries watching my streams, which is awesome. Because when I do my streams, I joke around and say, oh yeah, did I do my stream early enough so Zev can join in? Because usually when I do my streams, it's like too late for Zev, and Zev's like already in bed in Norway. How are you? I'm looking forward to Bruno Mars's fourth solo. Silk Sonic was okay. Was okay cover. Silk Sonic was okay cover. Very good CD. I thought Silk Sonic was great. I like records. I bought one with the extra track off the website, and then I bought the Walmart variant, which was yellow. I think, Walmart could have done like a brown kind of gold variant, like a gold variant. I think that would have looked nice for the album because the variant that came with my Walmart exclusive was this like really bright yellow. But yeah, Bruno Mars's new album is going to be fantastic. I have not bought the pre-order yet. I do plan to eventually get the album. I don't think I'm going to buy like the special edition of the record. Just, the standard. If they do come out with like a color variant from Target, then I'll pick it up and I'll get it. But right now, I'll be fine with like the standard black pressing. I don't even know if the Bruno Mars web store edition is actually anything special. I think it's like a standard black pressing. Let me think about it. No, wait. It's a standard black pressing. And I think it has like a nice slipcover. So yeah. Eventually I will order it. It's not like a priority for me to order that album right this instant. Because it will still be there. It's not going to sell out. I'm sure Bruno Mars's record company made enough copies to go around. It's 9:40 here? Okay, then you are from the States. You're 3 hours. No, you're probably Central Time. Okay. Because they're 2 hours ahead of us. But yeah, I was really pleasantly surprised when I saw that post that he made on Instagram. New album. It's like, is this a joke? But no, indeed. We're getting a new album. Yeah, Atlantic Records. I don't know the labels of all the artists that I listen to, but yeah, Atlantic. And he's also doing a tour, and he's going to be doing 2 dates at the Kia Forum, and Anderson .Paak is going to be on some of the dates, which is pretty awesome. And then I forgot who else is going to be there. Am I going to go see Bruno Mars in concert? I don't know. I want to go to one concert this year. I do. But if the BTS tickets are crazy in price, I might not even go to that because I don't want to spend a lot for nosebleed. If the nosebleeds are over $200 for BTS, I'm just not going to bother. Bruno Mars added a 4th date in my town. He probably added more dates in my area too. I think you are the best streamer here. Well, thank you. That's pretty nice to hear. Thank you. I'm streaming on my phone, so you're probably going to hear noises in the background. There's people viewing my TikTok profile. I posted a video recently of a Beatles find, and it's got close to 700 views, which is crazy. It was just a picture. Actually, it wasn't a video. It was a picture. You can post pictures on TikTok. I haven't really done like a proper video. I mean, because I've only pre-ordered one record this year, and that is BTS's album. I have not pre-ordered the new Harry yet, and I will eventually do that. And Bruno, I'll eventually pre-order. So yeah, there's quite a bit of albums that eventually I will get around to pre-ordering. I'm not like, oh yeah, I need to have the special editions of these albums right now. Only for BTS, I was like, yeah, we need to get special editions. They're one of your absolute favorites. So for my absolute favorites, which Harry is actually one of my absolute favorites, I just, didn't order the pressings that they had on his website in time because they're sold out. But there is a Target variant, which I will get. I will get at a later date. Target always comes in clutches with their variants. And this one's going to be blue. It's not going to be red. Most of Target's variants are red. But this one's going to be blue. I'm hoping it is not an aqua blue. I think a navy blue would suit that album really well. So that's what I'm hoping. Hey, William. John Mellencamp announced a new tour. He's going to play his hits and songs performed in 2 decades. I'm not a very big John Mellencamp fan, to be really honest with you. I've heard his music. I'm not like the biggest fan. But still, nevertheless, that is super cool that John Mellencamp's going to tour and play some of his old stuff. I just never really got big into John Mellencamp. John Mellencamp is on the same level for me as Jackson Browne. I like some Jackson Browne songs, but I never was like big on Jackson Browne. I'm thinking of other artists similar to Rick Springfield, not too big on. However, I will admit I do like Bryan Adams. Am I like the big fan of Bryan Adams? No. But I do have one album that I found at Amoeba a while back of Bryan Adams. I do have that. But of course, I do want to get more Bryan Adams in the future. Billie Eilish. I'm not very big into Billie Eilish. I'm not very big into her music, but her last album was pretty good. And all the albums that she has done thus far have been pretty good. I mean, I like her to a certain extent. But I'm not like jumping at the seams to buy her stuff on vinyl. Now, I did buy Olivia Rodrigo, which is similar to her music. I did buy Olivia Rodrigo's Guts because I thoroughly enjoyed that. But if I had to pick between the two who I like more, this is probably gonna, it's not gonna be controversial. I like Olivia. I just enjoy Olivia's music a little more. But not to say that Billie Eilish isn't talented, because girl is very talented. So is her brother Phineas. Phineas, has his own songs, and Phineas also has his own group as well. He has a group with someone else, and I forgot the name of it. But I definitely should get the last album that Billie Eilish did, because that actually was a really good album. The out of touch old farts don't know. Well, they don't. They don't. They don't. That is for sure. You've been a John Mellencamp fan since 1989, and Bryan Adams is a Canadian. Yeah, I know that. 6'7". Oh. Are we going down? Are we going down the Gen Z route, or the Gen X or the Gen Alpha route? Like 6'7" is like everywhere, man. Like millennials don't even say 6'7". We don't. But that was like everywhere. Like, I cringe at the fact that people are like 6'7", 6'7". I'm like, get out of here with the 6'7". I mean, we had our own cringy things as millennials. We've had cringy things when we were millennials that I'm like, oh, we did that? But yeah, Alpha, is it? Yeah, Gen Alpha, and their thing about 6'7", it's cringy. Cringy as hell. Yeah. And it's funny. It's funny. 6'7" is some kind of a meme that just came up within the last, I want to say, year. It's just kind of stupid, to be honest with you. I like Dua Lipa too. I certainly cringe at the 2000 pop my sister and ex-friends were into when we were at primary school. I like Dua Lipa. I like Future Nostalgia. I think that's a great album. She can sing. But Dua Lipa is just one of those artists. I know a lot of her music. I haven't gotten around to actually picking up her albums. In fact, there's a lot of people I haven't gotten around, female-wise, to picking up their albums. Though, the two. I like most of the older female artists more than the newer ones. Hey, DJ. But yeah. But I do enjoy Dua Lipa, and I do think eventually I want to get Future Nostalgia for the vinyl collection. So yeah, eventually. Not really big on Camila Cabello, sorry. Not big on Normandy either. I'm sorry, I'm not really into Fifth Harmony. Oh my god, Camila Cabello had that annoying ass song with Shawn Mendes. That song called Ooh La La La, Da 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 Da. Senorita, no. I mean, I like Shawn Mendes. Do not get me wrong. But that song was cringy. Sorry, I just really can't get into Camellia. And then she had that Havana song. I just really couldn't get into her. I know there's people that love her. And Normandy's a great singer too. I've heard of them. I've heard of all these artists you have mentioned, Redco, but yeah, I just not big fans of either one of them. And not really big fans of Fifth Harmony as well. I know that Fifth Harmony was on X Factor, but just when it comes to cringy pop groups, I like the cringy stuff, okay? I like most of the stuff from the early 2000s and the mid 90s, you know, S Club 7, 5, NSYNC, Backstreet Boys, Take That, Bewitch, Girls Aloud. I like the cringy pop from like the 90s and the early 2000s. Oh my god. I did have an S Club 7 moment, okay? I did have an S Club 7 moment. So yeah, I like the cringe. The cringe is what I like. And is Camila Cabello cringe? Yeah. I think she's cringe. She can sing, but she's cringe. But my cringe runs deeper. Do you know the hat trick? Have no idea. Have no idea what that is. I'm not on top of everything social media wise. I'll be really honest with you. There's a lot of things I don't know, and I can calmly and I can boldly admit that I do not know every single thing that is out there. I know a good chunk of things, but I don't know everything. And there are some things you can legitly stump me on that I don't know. Right now, at the current moment, as it stands, I just don't know that. I like Charlie Puth to a certain extent. I like Shawn Mendes more than Charlie Puth. I love 1D. We know that. We know that I love 1D. I think I've expressed it many times on the stream that I love 1D. The Jonas Brothers I do like. Their last album was very good. I do like the Jonas Brothers. I have one album, and that's from Nick Jonas, Spaceman. But yeah, I thoroughly do enjoy the Jonas Brothers. I kind of wish I would have gone to their hometown tours because they look like so much fun, to tell you the truth. And they bring a special guest on. I've been watching the videos and the little kids that get to interact with Joe. It's so cute. It's so cute. You know, Joe, Kevin, and Nick. They are so talented. And then they got their brother Frankie, who also does music as well. So yeah, no wait, I take that back. I did see the Jonas Brothers. I did see the Jonas Brothers when they first started out back in 2006 when they were just an unknown group. I saw them at the Knitting Factory. I forgot about that. Yeah, I saw them with Machete Girl, and the tickets were like $8. Yeah, I think they were $8. I don't know. They were like some ridiculously cheap price. I was front row. Nick Jonas must have been about 13 at that time. Yeah. I'm starting to collect albums of crooners. I'm starting to collect albums of crooners. My mother from my dad's adoptive family was into. Tony Bennett, Nat King Cole. You're speaking my language now. Kara, Frank Sinatra, Andy Williams. I love Frank Sinatra. And recently, I did get that Nat King Cole Christmas album. If you're looking, William, for a very good Christmas album, the Nat Cole Christmas album is classic. I don't know who Kamal he is. Oh, he's an Australian artist. That's probably why I don't know him. But Frank Sinatra, Andy Williams, Tony Bennett, Perry Como, Dean Martin, love all of that stuff. All those millennial music idiots are hitting middle age now, and still the old farts don't know them. Well, you know, Redco, I'm 43. I'm getting up there in age. Thanks for reminding me. Oh my gosh. Delta Goodrem. Oh my gosh. Delta Goodrem. Oh shoot. We're talking about Australian pop royalty here, okay? In the 2000s, Delta Goodrem had quite the prolific career. Was I big into Delta Goodrem? No. But yeah, I listened to some Delta Goodrem. It's kind of funny that you bring up Delta Goodrem, because there are some really good pop singers from Australia. Did someone mention my girlfriend, Machete Girl? Yeah, me and Machete Girl went to see Jonas Brothers in 2006, man. I used to go to a lot of concerts with Machete Girl. Lots of concerts. And to be really honest with you, she used to be my go-to concert buddy. We went to everything together before I found out about who she really was. Who, now that I know who she is, you best believe I would not be seen at a concert with her. She's on the news, guys. Do you know what Cake Demon Hunters is? Cake Demon Hunters? No. Are you talking about K-pop Demon Hunters? Because if you're talking about K-pop Demon Hunters, my 3-year-old niece is having a party for her 3rd birthday next week, and it's K-pop Demon Hunters. Yes, I know that. I've seen it twice on Netflix. And she loves it. I'm very well versed with the K-pop Demon Hunters, if that's what you're talking about. I don't know what Kate Demon Hunters is, but I know K-pop Demon Hunters. That I know for sure. I've watched it 2 times, and I've watched part of it for my 3rd time. So yeah, I like the song Golden. Eventually, I will get the 7-inch of Golden because I want to have that for my collection, or the whole entire soundtrack, because they have that as well. Yeah, I figured that's what you meant. Yes, my niece loves K-pop Demon Hunters. But I discovered it before I found out my niece was a fan. I was on Netflix, and I saw it on there, and I just started watching it. And next thing you know, I finished, like, the movie. It's about almost 2 hours, I think. My dad and I often joke about Kami vinyl and the 2000 Pop CD in thrift stores. Oh, 2000 Pops is the best. Guys, if we're talking about what is the best decade for pop, it is the 90s and the early 2000s is the best decade for pop. Now, there are some really super cringy artists in the 2000s that I did not really like. And you know what's the funny and most ironic thing is, like, I want to say, like, the late 90s, they tried so hard to give Robbie Williams a career out here in the United States. He had that song called Millennia, and they tried to launch his career. It didn't go as they planned, and then, he came out with that song Angels. They tried a couple of times to, like, launch his career out here in the US. I mean, in the UK, Robbie Williams is very popular in the UK. Like, I think he sold out like 25 shows in the UK. If you don't know who Robbie Williams is, Robbie Williams was part of the group Take That. I don't know if he's still in the group. But yeah, Take That. They were a very popular group in the UK in the early 90s. But yeah, they tried to make a career out here for Robbie Williams, and it just wasn't happening. It just wasn't happening for him. Not to say that UK artists have not made it out here. I mean, come on. We've had the Beatles. Yes, I had to bring them up. The Rolling Stones. The Spice Girls. Ed Sheeran. Harry Styles. So yeah, some UK artists have made it out here and have done very well on the charts. And I like Robbie Williams. No tea or shade to Robbie Williams. I thoroughly enjoy both songs. I know he has other songs. There's probably someone that's going to come in here and be like, well, Robbie Williams is more than just Millennium and Angel. You should listen to Da 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 album. Yeah. Yeah. 89. Wow. Good to know. My dad was forced to listen to. Oh, I've read that comment. You know, there are some artists that I was forced to listen to, William. Some artists that I didn't really care too much for, but you know, my sister Danielle was into them, and she's like, check out these artists that I like, and I listened to them. I didn't, you know, necessarily gravitate with their music or really like their music, so I didn't stick with it. But there are some artists that my sister has played for me in the past that I really enjoyed, like Future Islands. I think she's the one that introduced me to Future Islands. And I did like that. I did like that. So kudos to her for that. And Tori Ma. I like Tori Ma. Introduced to me by my sister, who's going to be 30 next month. It's crazy. I'm going to have a sibling that's going to be 30. My cousin, my mom's niece, and I used to love Spice Girls and Hanson back in the 90s. One of them had Hanson posters. Oh my God, I did too. Guilty. Guilty as charged. I had Hanson posters on my wall. I had like so much Hanson music. I had officially bought a Hanson vinyl back in 2023 or 2024 of Middle of Nowhere, because that album just brings so much nostalgic for me. To be really honest with you, it brings a lot of nostalgia. Because when that album came out, I had just started freshman year of high school. And I was really into Hanson. And I owned that album, played that album so much. I beat up the cover. I don't know where my actual copy of Middle of Nowhere is. But when I saw that they were doing a color variant of Middle of Nowhere, of course, immediately bought it. You know, there's albums from your childhood or albums from your teenage years that you just have to have in your collection. And Middle of Nowhere by Hanson was just one of those albums. It's just one of those albums. I think I played it once. Love it. Love Middle of Nowhere. Fantastic. Fantastic. And they also have a greatest hits, which eventually I will get. I always say that about a lot of albums. Eventually I will get it. But yeah, I've been a long time Hanson fan. They've came out here so many times. I keep saying to myself, I'm going to see them. I'm going to see them in concert. I should actually do that when they come back out of LA. Actually go and see them. Because I love Hanson. I've been a fan for almost 30 years now. We need to make that happen. And Spice Girls, I had the VHS of their movie. I had a couple of the albums on CD. My little sister who was, well, I say little sister, my middle sister, who was actually about maybe 11 or 10 when the very first Spice Girls album came out, she loved the Spice Girls. And we had Spice World, the movie, on VHS. And we had 2 of their albums as well on CD. So yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed the Spice Girls. It was really nice to see a girl group make it on the charts. But yeah, I had all the Hanson posters that you could imagine on my wall. I used to have like a subscription to this magazine that no longer exists called Bop. I used to have Bop. I used to have Tiger Beat, 16. I used to have all of those magazines, but they stopped doing that. They stopped, you know, having all of these magazines. Now, I still have some magazines. I got like a couple of BTS magazines. And I have a Rolling Stones magazine. I think I have 3. Hold up, I'll be back. I went into my room and I pulled out some of the stuff. Actually, I pulled out all the BTS magazines I have. This one here, Entertainment Weekly. There was another one that I had actually pre-ordered from a magazine called Paper, and they lost my order. And I ended up getting refunded. So I have this one. And then these two, Dolan's mom got me them because I ended up getting Dolan something for his birthday. So we have this BTS Up Close and Personal. Yeah. Like, I'm sure there's some other ones. But I had completely forgotten that I had these. Crazy, huh? Wow. And then, of course, the Rolling Stones issue. So yeah, there's probably like another book of these out there somewhere, but it was nice of her to get me that, because now the Walmart, Target, they really don't do magazines. They really don't. I don't even know how much this is worth. I bought this back in, what? Let me see. 2019. Dang, 2019. I also have some other magazines as well. I have Monkeys magazines. Yeah, it's crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. I might actually want to do some of the stuff in this magazine, because they got some crossword puzzles. They have some searches. It's so funny. What's this they have? I'm like so distracted. Which BTS guy will make you smile? Check back with me, guys, in like a week, because your girl is probably more than likely not going to get cheap tickets for BTS. I have some money in my bank account. I'm going to do like the 4-in-1 payment, but let's see if I can get tickets for Sunday. Hell, I got to be realistic here. We're probably going to have to wait until next month and see that if we can find like a standard ticket or resale tickets for Sunday. I have a feeling that Sunday, Saturday, those are going to be the dates that are going to sell out. Those are the dates I want, the weekend dates. I can't do Tuesday. No, I can't do Tuesday. I can't do any of the weekday dates, but the weekend, yeah. I'm going to look anyway on the 24th just to see. But I don't want to be impulsive and just like buy tickets instantly, because I know with a lot of concerts, they will have tickets well past the pre-sale. They'll have like resale tickets, because that's what I did for Tame Impala. As I mentioned, like actually a month before November, when the actual show happened, I got a ticket. And I also got tickets the day of for BTS. I've gotten tickets 2 months before the actual show for Monster X. So yeah, we're gonna wait around and we're gonna see what's up. But thank you everybody for being here. William, Dusty, Rachel, AZ Mick, always pretty much the first one, Mike, Hoobs Groove, Raina. Thank you everybody. Next week, I'll probably more than likely do a stream on the weekend, Fridays, Saturday, Sunday. We'll plan for it. But thank you to everybody that showed up to this stream. Hopefully you guys have a great rest of your week. I'm going to go get some water. And I'm going to finish watching Hometown. Hometown is what I've been watching on Netflix. It's a home improvement show. I'm really into the whole home improvement thing. It's where they take these houses in this one part of Mississippi called Laurel, Mississippi, and they remodel them. So the people on the show, before I go, the people on the show have a choice between two houses. And whatever house they choose, this couple, they go and they remodel the house. And it's just really a heartwarming show. I love it. I love when I see all these houses remodeled. Because it's really nice. It's really nice to see a house that's remodeled. But you know, there's one thing I don't like, is when they open up the kitchen. I kind of like to keep the kitchen separate from the living room. But other than that, you know, I like the show. And okay, then again, I do understand. In some instances, it does look nice. But anyways, talk to you real soon. Bye, everybody. Bye, everybody. I love each and every one of you for coming into my streams and showing up. Bye, guys.